Welcome to the Jedislander podcast. I'm your Jedislander, Richard Marroquin. Aloha means hola.
I'm Caleb and I give everyone hopeful greetings.
Okay, so what we're starting here now is it's just a little YouTube channel type thing. What you want to call it, a vlogcast
Yeah,
or just our little video snippets.
just like a little mini cast.
Yeah, just something that we're going to talk about a couple of issues, and we're not going to get into mostly we're not going to get into the entertainment things. Basically, what we're going to talk about is like just different issues of the day.
Yeah.
So so this year is only going to be like maybe 10 minutes, 10, 15, maybe 20 at the longest, but don't really want to go that much over. But it's just something that we're going to do in between our regular recordings of our podcast, since sometimes we will have a 2-week break as opposed to just a 1-week break, and it'll actually give us
This will make it easier for us to talk about different topics,
things as they happen, so that we're not trying to cram everything into one podcast. And basically, once again, it's not going to be our movie watching and gaming issues.
That'll just be on the main podcast.
But first of all, we just want to say congratulations to you on your graduation.
Thank you.
So how do you feel now that you're no longer a high school student?
Feel great. Feel like I can, for one thing, catch up on the sleep that I lost in the past couple of weeks.
It's been a very busy 2 weeks, hasn't it?
Yes, especially with mostly tests, projects, and graduation prep.
Yeah, so I know you had one project that basically your life story type of thing.
Yeah. Half of it was really more or less half done. I think it's the right word, because I can't honestly remember everything, and a lot of the chapters in there were probably half a page. The longer ones were more topical.
So, being that it was due on just days before your last day, are you ever going to be able to see that grade?
Maybe if I'm still able to get into the Skyward system, then maybe.
Oh, okay.
I can check after we're done recording if I'm still able to get in. But honestly, I don't think it really matters, since obviously I passed it.
So, what are your plans that you're going to be doing? Go ahead and tell the audience what your plans are, because I already know.
The plans basically are, I plan to go into music and general business in TAMU CC, so I can probably get into performance, teaching, maybe have a business to teach music.
Okay. So, which is great, because you're not just getting into music, you're also going for general business. So you're going to basically, you're going to be double majoring.
Yes.
So you'll be in school for more than 4 years.
Yes, it'll be a lot, but it should be worth it in the long run.
Oh, most definitely going to be worth it. And of course, I'll be helping you pay for that as well.
Yes.
So yeah, the struggle never stops.
Yes, and trying to spend as little as possible. I'm going to be staying at home instead of going to a dorm, at least for a while.
Oh, okay. So you'll be staying at home. We're not going to have to pay for a dorm or those required meal packages you have to get over at TAMU CC.
Yeah, you have to get those to have a dorm, right?
Yeah, if you stay in the dorm, you have to get one of those meal plans, which are very overly priced for food that is very subpar.
And in a very little supply as well, as I've heard you say before.
Well, very low selection of foods in that dining hall. Maybe over the next couple years they'll improve on that, but as of now, very low selection, very high price. It comes out to more than $10 a meal. So yeah, we'll be saving money by you still staying here, and
just be able to cook up a Hot Pocket every now and then.
Hot Pocket or some ramen or something. You're gonna learn to love ramen a whole lot more. But let's go ahead and talk about a couple of issues. Basically, we're probably going to stick to one main issue today, just because it was kind of a big thing that happened today, and that was the whole Roseanne controversy.
Yeah, and honestly, this whole thing blew up way quicker than things normally do.
Yeah, and for those who don't know, Roseanne sent a tweet, which she deleted like almost right away, but with screenshots, tweets live on forever.
Yeah.
And of course, I've seen the screenshots of the tweet, and basically, Roseanne, Roseanne Barr, of the TV show Roseanne.
Yeah.
She sends out a tweet talking about one of President Obama's former top aides, and basically she says something about the Nation of Islam plus the Planet of the Apes equals JT, which is the initials of the aide.
Yeah. And
that's pretty salacious when you look at it, and man, I mean, basically the trigger word in there was ape, and we all know when people start talking about calling people apes and monkeys, animals, and gorillas, well, specifically apes, monkeys, gorillas, that it's usually a derogatory toward people who are black, because this top eight, she's half Iranian and half black, and so that's why she put that tweet in there. And you know me, I'm not an SJW, I'm not a social justice warrior, and I'm not one who plays a race card in different situations. Mm-hmm. But in this situation, this was definitely a racist tweet.
It was definitely distasteful.
Yeah, and it should not have been done. And
it's a very different situation. With all the similarities, it's a very different situation from Colin Moriarty's tweet.
Yeah, the one about the a day without a woman, peace and quiet.
Yes, because the whole thing with her posting it and then deleting it soon after was similar, but the context is very different.
Yeah, and basically, like last year, that tweet that Colin Moriarty did, it was basically one of those. It was a dad joke.
Yeah.
Speaking of dad jokes, you've heard me say jokes like that as well. When I say, "Oh, your mom's gone, peace and quiet."
Yeah, I mean it was harmless, and he even showed, what was it, his wife or girlfriend?
He showed his girlfriend the tweet,
his girlfriend,
and she approved, and he sent it out. But going back to the whole Roseanne thing, Collins was a silly dad joke, but that type of tweet that she put out, it kind of shows where her heart is. I mean, to actually say something like that, and it wasn't only offensive to one race; it was offensive to two races.
Yeah,
and it's something that she definitely should not have put out. For her to even type that and send it out just shows a lot of what's in her heart. Mm-hmm. There's obviously is some hate in her heart, and like I said, I'm not one who automatically reverts to racism, saying this person's racist because of this and because of that. But this here was just so obvious and blatant. There's no way that you could color this up, no pun intended, or polish it up to say, oh, she just meant it as a joke.
Yeah, but the thing is, she translates a lot of her personal beliefs, values, and all that other stuff into her character in Roseanne.
Yeah, and that's the next thing I was going to get to is this tweet did not come without a price, because just hours after the tweet, well, first Wanda Sykes, who's a comedian, actress, producer, writer, she actually quit the show after she put out the tweet. Mm-hmm. And then shortly after that, ABC pulls the plug on the show. And not only that, Hulu took off Roseanne, from its platform, and I don't know if Amazon's going to take off the old Roseanne, those seasons 1 through 8, 1 through 9. The ones that we started watching a few weeks back.
Over this whole thing.
Yeah, so I don't know if Amazon's pulled those yet or if they're going to pull them at all. But
just wait and see.
But we know that ABC cut the cord after it was already renewed.
And it was scheduled for a second season.
Yeah, it was renewed for a scheduled season. In fact, today was supposed to be the first day of writing and producers meetings and all that for the second season, or the 10th season, however you want to call it. But for the next season that it was renewed for.
Yeah.
And ABC pulled the plug on that. And in a way, I think ABC might have done the right thing, because stuff like this should not go unpunished. And the sad thing is all the crew members and all the other actors, they thought they had job security until what happened today. And one of the big things that's going on right now is there's a lot of talk about, well, this is violating her free speech. And I'm like, well, no, because
it's not violating. It's because the show being canceled and pulled from platforms is the decision of these companies.
Yeah, exactly. These are private just like with the NFL decision about the national anthem, taking a knee during the national anthem.
And making it a rule against doing that.
Yeah, so because
it was their decision.
During the national anthem, if players don't want to stand outside for the national anthem, well, they're more than welcome to stay in their locker rooms and come out after it's been played.
Yeah.
And people started saying, well, that's a violation of free speech. Well, no, it's not, because the government is not setting these rules.
It's the NFL.
It's the private company. They want to protect their product because they saw what happened last season, that they did lose money.
Because of Colin Kaepernick's kneeling.
Well, and not just because this is already beyond Colin Kaepernick. This here now is going to to the different NFL players on the different teams.
Yeah.
And the NFL fans that didn't like it, they protested with their viewership or lack thereof, and
basically boycotting their viewership.
Exactly, and the NFL suffered from that because viewership was down, sales of their merchandise was down, and they lost quite a bit of money. So they came to this decision about kneeling during the national anthem, and that it's not going to be tolerated within the league. And as a private organization, they have every right to do that.
It's their company. It's their brand, and these players are their property.
Exactly. And well, not their property.
Well, they're not property, but
they're their employees.
Yes, they're employees.
But now when because the left and the right, they both were vocal about how they felt about this decision. Now, swing it over to what ABC did with the Roseanne situation. Guess what? Those two sides, they flipped their opinions when it came to ABC. Mm-hmm. Now it's the people that were saying that the NFL has every right to do this. A lot of those same people now are saying that what they're doing with Roseanne is a free speech is a problem, with free speech.
Yeah. And
it's not, because once again, the government is not coming after Roseanne about what she did.
It's the exact same situation. It was ABC's choice to cut the series. It was Hulu's choice to pull the series.
And now ABC is doing, well, not just ABC, but Disney, because Disney owns ABC. So mm-hmm. what Disney is doing, same thing that NFL's doing. They want to protect their brand.
And Disney is very protective of their brand.
Very. And so I don't blame Disney for doing what they did the same way I don't blame the NFL for the decision that they made, because once again, these are not free speech violations. These are two private companies protecting their brand. And yes, we're free to be jerks, we're free to be racist, but guess what? When you start tweeting stuff like that and putting stuff on social media, it does not protect you from consequences. And that's what players in the NFL, because they're going to be fined if they do kneel when they're out in the field, during the national anthem, there'll be consequences to that. They're free to do it, but there's still going to be consequences. And just like Roseanne, she's free to put out stupid racist tweets out there, but there's going to be consequences. And now she is going to see the consequences of her actions. But so enough about the whole Roseanne thing. I just want to get to our next topic here, and something that's kind of on a more positive note.
Yeah.
So recently, I think it might have just been today, Weezer just dropped a cover of the song Africa by Toto.
Yes, and of course anyone should know what Africa by Toto is.
Yeah, and first, let me start out by saying I'm like one of the biggest Weezer fans ever. Weezer is my ultimate favorite rock band. That is my favorite band, period. And so, musicality, I don't think Weezer can do much wrong. And with this cover of Africa, I think they did a really solid job with it.
Yeah, we just listened to it like right before we started recording this. So, they did a really good job with this cover.
Yeah, and the thing is, they didn't really try to make it different. Of course, they sang it more in their own vocal range.
Yeah, they changed the key to make it a little bit lower than what Toto sang.
And but as far as the style of the music, they really kept it the same. And I think it was a very good tribute cover to the song.
Yes, and I even made a parallel to it after we listened to it. The way it's more of a tribute. I made that parallel to Panic at the Disco doing their cover of Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yeah, and because the Bohemian Rhapsody cover was and then because they changed it up, did their own thing with it, and then when Fall Out Boy remade the Ghostbusters theme, once again they changed it up, make it their own style. But those there were not tribute covers, as the way the Weezer cover of Africa was. It was a total tribute cover. So once again, they weren't trying to make it their own thing. They just wanted it to do the song justice, and they did.
Yes.
And I've already seen a meme out there that's pretty much complaining about the cover, and basically, people saying what the meme kind of translates to is the whole modern music messing with the classic stuff,
with covers.
And yes, Weezer does play in these modern times, but people need to remember Weezer has been around for 25 years already.
Yeah, they're an old band.
So they're my age. So they remember the song Africa the way I remember it, and we probably listened to it and enjoyed it at the same time when we were kids. And I think it's a really good cover. Like I said, Weezer, they can do very little wrong in my book when it comes to their music.
Mm-hmm.
And if you haven't listened to it, give it a listen. If you've never heard the original song by Toto, give that a listen first, and then give the Weezer version, the remake, the tribute, because I think it's more of a tribute than a cover.
Yeah.
The tribute, give that a listen next, and you'll see what we're talking about. And both are on Spotify, believe me, I checked. And that's all we have now. The next time we do one of these, it could be tomorrow, it could be 2 days from now. It just depends on what kind of issues arise for the day. But hey, if you like this, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell. This is our very first video, so we're not expecting too many views, but hey,
Yeah.
If you help us out by hitting that like button, hitting that bell, whatever algorithm that YouTube may use. I only hear complaints about the whole YouTube system now.
That's why a lot of people are migrating to Twitch.
Yeah, but we don't swear on our stuff, and we're not going to put out copyright stuff. you know, stuff that's been copywritten. So I don't think we'll be.
Unless we say anything that goes against their personal views, I think we're fine.
Yeah, but once again, hit that like button, subscribe, hit that little bell so you get alerted when we put a new video out, which could be, once again, either tomorrow or a couple of days. And until next time, live, love, game, and aloha means adios.